It's a lot about this particular experience which you are going to have this month, my gorgeous Leonie, indeed. You know that this experience which I'm talking about is just going to be something completely different, something completely out of this world in so many different ways. It is not only what are you actually going to come across, but it's more about you understanding the bigger picture of absolutely every single aspect of your life, and in particular the dates that I need you to that I need you to pay attention to. It's actually going to be on the 11th of May. On the 11th of May, my gorgeous Leonie, this experience which you are going to have, first of all, it's going to shake you up a little bit. It's going to rock your world. But then at the same time, you are going to end up feeling like, such a great sense of emergency. To do things that have been on your mind for an absolute ages, and all those things that have been causing a blockage, and all those things that have been slowing you down, and all those things that have been making you negative are literally going to disappear. When it comes to the actual numerology, my gorgeous Leonie, your number is number 1827. Number 1827 is a very, very powerful number, but it also means that you are from the 11th of May onwards. It's not only about you feeling a great sense of emergency to do what you wanted to do in absolute ages. It's a lot to do with getting closer to the point in your life where you understand that if you don't make the necessary step, if you don't make the necessary move, nothing is going to change, and the life is just passing by. I mean, this experience which you are going to have on the 11th of May, it's not going to be morbid or anything horrible or anything like scary or anything like that, but it's more about you really understanding some kind of urgency in order to kind of move on with your life, in order to carry on with your life, because what you're going to see and what you're going to come across, it's also going to make you aware of the fact how temporary things can be. And then at the same time, this is all going to contribute towards your strength, towards your confidence, towards you gaining strength and towards you gaining confidence. So in particular, in between the 11th of May and the end of that month, my gorgeous Leonie, it is all about this absolutely mind-blowing determination that you're actually going to have to do just that. And look what is going to happen at around the 18th of May in particular. At around the 18th of May, somebody who's very close to you, like an immediate family member or your partner, it's going to remind you, or your friend or a great friend, it's going to remind you of something that you've been through, something really dark and negative within the last 15 months. And that in itself, it's also going to play a miraculous role when it comes to you like gaining even more focus, when it comes to your own understanding, of what exactly do you need to do. You being reminded of something very negative that you've been, that in itself, it's also like kind of it couldn't have happened at a better time, because on one hand, this is going to push you even further, but then on another hand, this is going to really help you to gain even more focus. This in itself, it's going to be the moment in time where you are going to ground yourself and recenter yourself. And as I said, it couldn't have happened at a better time. My gorgeous Leonie, what I need you to understand that, you are really going to understand and realize that now probably you are going to make one of the biggest moves of your life by the time this month comes to an end. You already will know what this is, because at the same time you are going to realize that you've got everything you need, my gorgeous Leonie, in order to make one of the biggest moves and biggest steps of your life. You already have within you, and this in itself, it's so important when it comes to you following your vision. This is all about you following your vision, and this is brilliant. So So the 11th of May, it's all going to start at on the actual 11th of May. This in itself, it's going to be a breaking point. This in itself, it's going to be a turning point. You're about to come back home to yourself, baby. You are going to realize your own strength. You are going to realize your own power. But when it comes to you being highly intuitive and psychic, there is also some kind of confirmation that you are going to have by the end of that day on the 11th of May. Something is going to be confirmed to you that was on your mind, that you already kind of like knew how it's going to end, you know, how something is going to finalize in exact way, the way you said that it's actually going to finalize, where maybe lots of other people were saying, no baby, no, it's not going to happen this way, what are you talking about, it's impossible. So impossible, it's about to become possible. But it's not about that, it's more about your own premonition, which is going to be confirmed to you by the end of the day on the 11th of May. Do you see how much it's actually going to happen, which is gonna be kind of opening you up intuitively, spiritually, psychically, but at the same time this precious energy is ever so important when it comes to you gathering your strength to actually understand and realize, you know, how precious time is while we are on this earth. But at the same time, you know, the power of your own like intuition, it's also like kind of going to be a guiding light, especially when it comes to the 21st and the 22nd of May. On the 21st and the 22nd of May, you are going to have a really beautiful experience, very emotional experience. And this emotional experience that you have, this beautiful and emotional experience, is also going to be so significant because it's clearly going to show you who you can trust to in your life and who you cannot trust to in your life. Nothing is going to surprise you here. Nothing is going to confuse you here. But yet again, I'm seeing somebody, I'm so sorry, I know you're going to attack me now or something, but I'm seeing somebody like who is really terribly in need of help. Somebody in your life is just really sticking out like quite a lot. So somebody in your life, I know that you're going to tell me, oh my God, like why are you talking to me about other people? But then these are the people in your life. This is somebody who is very much so directly connected to you, like really a lot. You love this person, but you can't understand this person most of the time. And the problem is that that person cannot understand themselves most of the time. This particular person is somebody who means to you so much, but then they are really, oh my God, there is something terrible happening in that person's life. I think that they're going through some kind of a very ridiculously difficult changes, my gorgeous Leonie. The reason why am I saying this to you is because it's to do with someone who means to you so much. My God, I'm so serious today. It's to do with, I'm so serious today, aren't I? Sorry, but it's to do with somebody who means to you so much, and that particular person is going through like a very much so difficult changes. You like really need to kind of work out how you can help this person because you know the things are getting more difficult and more difficult and more difficult in that person's life. That person is losing themselves quite a lot, but is rejecting help at the same time. And if you go to ask that person whether they need someone to talk to or whether they need some kind of a help, they're going to be like, oh, absolutely no, baby, no. They will scream and they will explode. So you do not. This is the problem, is how to actually approach this person without trying to patronize this person. And I'm not saying that this is patronizing in any sense, but I'm just borrowing the energy of that particular person who is thinking in such a weird way at the moment. That person is not themselves, and I'm worried that they're going to do something stupid. I'm worried that they're going to do something silly. Well, the point of all this is, my gorgeous Leonie, is that when it comes to that person, what is the problem? That person is like doing something to themselves that they shouldn't. There is a huge, a massive, enormous negative and unhealthy attachment around that person, and you are the only one who can actually really explain to this person, you know, how things are, and you like kind of speak that person's language. and not when it comes to the actual language, but when it comes to the actual spirituality. I mean the actual spirituality. That person is gonna understand you on a different level. And the problem is that that person is on one hand, that person is going through crazy changes, but on another hand, that person is also doing something to themselves to make them like even worse. So it's some kind of, maybe some kind of substances that that person is taking, you know, maybe I don't know, some kind of substances, and that in itself is just going from one place to another when it comes to bad and negative. Whatever these substances are, they are messing the balance of this person, and that person already had some kind of a warning, like a warning not that long ago. Something happened to that person, but that person is not putting two and two together, and that person is not realizing where exactly this is coming from. And this is why you need to step in. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to sound like a complete downer, but also if that carries on like that in that person's life, then, you know, we are reaching the moment where things are literally going to become in between life and death, you know. So this is what I was going to say, my gorgeous Leonie. So this is like really, really important. You know, so as I said, you know, this is going to be so significant. This month is going to be so significant. Moving on from that, but the point of this month is this May is going to be big, because you are really going to be able to carry on to work properly on your vision. And there are some amazing decisions that you're actually going to make as well when it comes to the vision. Do you know the vision? Your vision, my gorgeous Leonie, how you want your life to be. You know, what it's the things that you know that you need to do, that you need to approach, that you need to go towards in order to have a maximum fulfillment and happiness in this life. This is really important. And even more so when it comes to that vision, you know, it's not only about that, but when it comes to that vision, you can also expect, you know, events, you know, you can expect, you know, you're going to become aware of these events by the end of this month, which are going to require immediate action. And all these events that you are going to become aware of, which is going to require immediate action, you need to keep that in your mind. These events that you are going to become aware of, they're going to require immediate action. These are not just any events, my baby. These are a lot to do with things that you are passionate about, things that you love, things that you are confident about, things that you're charismatic about, you know, and this is, of course, that this is going to be important, but at the same, so this is how you're going to feel about this. So you have to trust your instincts when you become aware of this, because by trusting your instincts, you are going to stay focused. And also there is another thing that I was going to say, somebody really amazing, it's about to enter your life as well by the end of May. Someone remarkable, like, oh my goodness, somebody really remarkable, it's about to enter your life this month, my gorgeous Leonie. And with that person, you are just going to become so much more passionate about so much. This is going to be brilliant. When it comes to the actual nutrition and health, my gorgeous Leonie, I have got a fantastic news for you. My supplements are on a half price sale. They are ridiculously cheap for what they are. You know that my supplements are superb. They're made with a highly exceptional ingredients, without unnecessary fillers, without chemicals, without absolutely any horrible ingredients, you know. So these supplements are not only made with high and absolutely the best quality ingredients, but they are without any chemicals, without any unnecessary fillers, and they're suitable for vegetarians and vegans and for everyone. So I highly recommend you to take something like a natural vitamin D3, which is going to boost your immune system, alongside zinc picolinate. This is what everybody should be taking, okay? Natural vitamin D3 and the zinc picolinate. You know, it's going to boost your immune system, but it's also going to be brilliant for your skin, hair, and nails as well. And the third supplement I highly recommend you would be organic chlorella. Organic chlorella is a mind-blowing supplement. It's rich in protein and omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential It's essential for our mind, for our brain, for our memory, for focus, for concentration, like, oh my God. And on top of that, organic chlorella also can detoxify metals, dangerous metals from your body. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And I repeat again, my supplements are on a half price sale. They are ridiculously cheap for what they are. This quality vitamins you're not going to find for this price anywhere else, literally. So this is zinc picolinate. Hello. This is here vitamin D3. Hi. And this is here organic chlorella. Hello. You see, they all have their own individual voices, yeah? Okay, so if you would like to buy these vitamins, my gorgeous Leonie, and I highly suggest you this, of course, then the link is going to be in the description below. Just scroll down, click on the name of this video, and then you will see it will expand. And at the bottom, you will see where you can buy these vitamins, or you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and my page is going to come up this way as well. Okay, so now going on the very first date that I think that it's going to be quite important. It's actually going to be on the 1st of the actual May. On the very 1st of May, you know, this is what I was going to say to you, that you are gonna really accidentally, almost accidentally, you're gonna work on something. You're just gonna remember completely out of the blue. And you're going to surprise yourself where this is coming from. On the 1st of May, you're just going to remember something that you've kind of left behind, something that you almost forgot about. I suppose in a way it's to do with like some kind of unfinished business, but it's more about something that you will, I suppose something that you were working on and then you completely forgot about. And this is something completely XYZ, like maybe you were like trying to kind of plant something in your garden, or maybe you were like hoovering room, like spare room, and then you forgot to hoover the rest of the room. Something completely, my point is something completely XYZ, nothing too important, but the bottom line is once you remember, like kind of out of the blue, oh my God, I left that, oh my God, it's just gonna come to you. Oh, I washed only half of the mirror, do you know what I mean, in my bathroom. Oh yeah, I just need to wash my other half of the mirror. Do you know, it's just gonna come to you. But the bottom line is it's about a connection, an internal connection within your subconscious mind. Is going to be guiding you at this moment in time. Not only you're going to be reminded to do something completely random, but that is going to be a sign that once you start doing this, once you start doing this, something very interesting is going to come to you. Very, very interesting realization. And this realization that it's going to come to you is going to be about the problem that was scaring you and making you feel so down and making you feel so negative for absolute ages. And now this like it's going to come resolution to you, like ooh la la, just at that moment in time. And it's just you're gonna be like, why didn't I kind of think of this before? You know what I mean? So this is what this amazing day it's actually going to bring you indeed. The second important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's actually going to be on the 4th of May. Now on the 4th of May, you're gonna have to be strong here. You're gonna have to be really strong on the 4th of May, because you know it's a lot about this, oh God, about this temptation. You need to avoid this temptation, whether something is going to be offered to you or someone is going to be pressurizing you towards something. You will know that something is not right, or you will know that something is too good to be true. But the bottom line is that, you know, as long as you follow your intuition, as long as you follow your voice within, you're going to be absolutely fine. So on the 4th of May, you're going to have this temptation. If you do, my God, ignore the voice within. If you ignore your intuition and you go for this temptation, then you are going to, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, this is going to bring sudden collapse of plans that mean to you the world, that means to you so much, that means to you everything. You see what I mean? So I'm gonna tell you how it is, I'm gonna tell you how I see. you know. So it's like the 4th of May, when you become aware of this temptation, it's like basically, you know, like you need to ignore this because it's going to cause sudden collapse of plans of those things that mean to you everything. And it's also to do a lot with following an incorrect advice, you know. And you would be kind of like this temptation, it has got the elements of you following an incorrect advice as well when it comes to that. And that would really lead, ultimately that would lead not only towards a sudden collapse of plans that mean to you so much, but ultimately it would lead towards an unexpected failure. You see what I mean? So do not ignore that little voice within, my gorgeous Leonie. Indeed, the more you pay attention to intuition, the more karmically rewarded you're actually going to be, because this in itself is bringing a karmic reward later on. So now what you need to understand here on the 4th of May, what you should be focusing on here is to have a rather important conversation with someone who you have been like kind of putting, so what you need to kind of like really understand, you need to focus on here having like having a rather important conversation with someone who you have been putting aside for a way too long. This is you're gonna have a glimpse of this, and this is something that you should actually focus on. The outcome of that conversation will be more important than you can possibly imagine. So this is something that you need to understand, my gorgeous Leonie. Indeed, this is just so important, like, oh my goodness. And also, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Leonie, look at this. Absolutely, my God, there's so many planes flying around. What's happening? You see this, my gorgeous Leonie, look at this absolutely gorgeous pendant. This is something that I highly recommend you. It's called Nephrid Jade. Nephrid Jade is absolutely fantastic because it keeps the body safe from the damaging effects of external sources, and it's fantastic for the nervous system, and it's brilliant when it comes to, like, you know, us feeling really anxious, us feeling really nervous, us feeling really kind of stressed, us feeling really uneasy. All these feelings and emotions and vibrations are like kind of causing us to slow down and are causing us to be suspicious towards things that we shouldn't be suspicious about. When we become suspicious about things that we shouldn't be suspicious about, when it comes to working on something so important to us, what we do is like we close ourselves in within ourselves with our own energy, because this is only like we can only unlock self out of that energy by having only we can unlock ourselves out of that energy. Only we have that spiritual key ourselves. Nobody else can do this for us. This is why this is so important. There are going to be so many important things that you're going to be doing throughout May, June, July and August, and there are certain things that are going to make you feel a little bit anxious and a little bit negative, a little bit scared and a little bit uneasy. And this is why Nephrid Jade is brilliant, because it helps you to come out of yourself, and at the same time it kind of helps you to make the right decisions, and it also kind of keeps you away from being indecisive at the time when you shouldn't be indecisive whatsoever. It works perfectly with our subconscious mind, so we go for the right things when it comes to our spiritual growth, but materialistic growth as well. So it attracts finances, it attracts good luck, it's brilliant for the career, and it's brilliant for a financial situation for the financial situation in general. It's absolutely brilliant. And on top of that, it's just like as soon as you wear Nephrid Jade, you feel this energy, you feel like you want to move, you feel like you want to talk, you feel like you want to explore. It just literally brings the best out in you. So you just like kind of, if there is any blockage within, you just sail through like there is no tomorrow with this. Okay, so this is what I highly suggest you, my gorgeous Leonie, to wear throughout May, June, July and August. And this Nephri Jade comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that. The second important date, my gorgeous Leone, it's going to be on the 14th of August. My goodness, on the 14th of August. Do you know what? Now I know. This is May. I'm still here. It's all right. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. 14th of August. I know I'm talking about August now. This is May. But 14th of August is going to have a direct correlation with what's happening on the 14th of May. Just remember this, the 14th of August, 14th of August 2023, it's going to have a direct connection and correlation with everything that's happening on the 14th of May. And I will tell you now, and what is actually going to happen on the 14th of May. On the 14th of May, my gorgeous Leone, you are going to have a brilliant accomplishment. Oh my goodness, this accomplishment is personal. It's like super, super personal. It's going to give you confidence in order to, you know, this accomplishment is going to give you confidence because you will understand that there is some kind of pressure, some kind of pressure is soon about to be resolved, and this is going to mean to you so much because it's to do with not just some kind of pressure, but it's to do with excessive pressure and stress and anxiety you have been through for the last 10 months in particular. So this is why you are going to feel so happy. This accomplishment is going to give you confidence because this in itself, now you're going to realize that, you know, that this is an accomplishment in itself, you know, because you will know that excessive pressure and stress and problems are soon to be resolved. And this is so important because at the same time you are going to become aware of exactly which adjustment do you need to make, and someone is really going to be influencing you in such a good way at around that time. Someone really wonderful is going to be on your mind, somebody successful, somebody different, somebody wonderful, somebody quirky. It's going to be on your mind on this day, and it's going to be motivating you, almost as if you're going to be borrowing an energy of that person, not only when it comes to acting in a certain way and making certain steps, but also when it comes to understanding like that you're getting very, very close to something really like mind-blowingly big, but you can't really understand and you can't really tell what exactly is that yet. But what you know right now, and what you will understand, that you are most certainly on the right path indeed. You will be now thinking about making an important adjustments here, and that in itself, it's all boiling down towards you now really having an important clarity here that you didn't have within the last 8 to 10 months. But then at the same time, you're going to understand that you need to make a choice. You have to stop over analyzing, okay? Because now it's all about you getting clarity on what you want exactly and moving forward with your life. And that moment in time, at that very moment in time, the process of change is going to start. At that moment in time, the process of change is going to start. By the time the 26th of May happens, by the time the 26th of May happens, you will already have an opportunity. You will already become aware of an opportunity, which is going to be the natural step that you need to make after this moment in time. Okay, the natural step that you need to make, it's already you're going to be presented by the 26th of May 2023. Indeed, like wow. So you wonder what the correlation is with the 14th of August. So the 14th of August is going to be mind-blowing for you, because on the 14th of August, you are going to see so much, you know, in your life that came out of this. You know, this will change your quality of life for the better, and your whole quality of life is going to change in the best possible way. And the 14th of August, okay, so now I'm going on August, 14th of August, this is going to prove to you how much has changed purely because you decided to make this choice here. Absolutely amazing indeed. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Leonie, look at this absolutely gorgeous baby. Look at how striking this is. Absolutely beautiful. Look at these colors. Incredible. Orange, Sim, Agate. It promotes emotional stability, courage, and persistence in the heart, soul, and essence. This baby helps you to be so confident. It's like, oh my God, one of the most powerful crystals you can actually have, you can wear in order to feel so confident, like literally immediately you feel so confident, you feel so re-energized, you feel so courageous, and when you feel like that, nothing can stop you. You can literally move the mountains. You can do impossible. What you thought is impossible becomes possible. And especially when we are working on important things, whether these are personal things, whether these are business things, whether these are things with our lives, whatever they are, when we feel like we can do with a little bit of extra courage and determination, you know, this is exactly what this powerful crystal will actually do. It makes you feel ridiculously determined. It gives you so much energy, but also it's just a kind of opens you up. Not only you want to explore what you need to explore, it guides you through a subconscious mind, but at the same time, as soon as you open your mouth and as soon as you talk, you say amazing things, and there's going to be so much that you will say that you will surprise yourself, like, where on earth is this coming from? Because this crystal also makes you ridiculously wise indeed. Every single time when you need something to pick you up, you just put this on and immediately it changes things for you. This gorgeous orange sim agate comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is also in the description below. Okay, so the the third important date, my gorgeously, the last important date, there will like be more than 3, but yeah, the last important date is going to be on the 25th of May. On the 25th of May, this is like, oh my God, goodness, you are going through like a personal transformation and transition here, which means that one phase is coming to an end and another phase is about to begin, and that in itself, it's really going to make you aware of this. This is going to start on the 25th, but from the 25th of May onwards, in between the 25th of May and the end of that month, you are really, so on the 25th of May, you need to understand that one phase is coming to an end, that the new phase is about to begin. So from the 25th of May onwards, you know, in between the 25th of May and the end of that month, you know, you are gonna become aware of this, like, oh my God, potential. You know, you're gonna become aware of this amazing potential, you know, amazing opportunity, amazing potential to prosper. This is so important, but it's not only about the amazing potential that you're gonna become aware of, but it's also, you are gonna become aware of exactly which steps do you actually need to make. This in itself, it's like, oh my God, it's to do a lot with your spiritual awakening. You are healing and you are ascending onto the next level of your life. So when it comes to you knowing which steps do you need to take, at the same time, you know, this is all about transforming your ideas into reality, of course, by you taking a skillful action, by you being so confident about your power and realizing and knowing what I said before, that you've got all the resources, you know, that you possibly need. You are really kind of entering here on the 25th of May. You need to understand you are about to enter through the sacred door. You're about to enter through the sacred door, and you're also going to have a mind-blowing experience here, which is gonna really make you aware of the power of having fun into your life. And this amazing experience, personal experience, is gonna open you up so much towards you really wanting to connect and reconnect with people in your life again. So now, my gorgeous Leonie, what am I going to do? I'm going to actually, I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationships. So for those of you in relationship, when it comes to the month of May, it's like you really are, my gorgeous Leonie, going to have a little bit of disagreement or a little bit of argument. You know what is going to happen? You are going to be talking about your future, and you are going to be talking about what you want to do. And then you're going to say one thing, your partner is going to say another thing, and then there is going to be some kind of a conflict that you're going to have. Okay, so you are going to have some kind of conflict because you're going to be talking about your future, you're going to be discussing something, but then you're not going to be able to agree on something. So at this moment in time, you really need to be strong, you know, you need to be strong, and you need to come to the bottom of something. And this is so important. I'm not telling you to be strong. I'm not telling you what you need to do, but I'm just saying to you what is actually going to happen, because I do see that you are going to have a really an inner strength and confidence, you know, which is gonna really kind of help you to really kind of come to the bottom of this, you know, to the bottom of this. You're gonna need to agree on something. This is so important, because if you don't agree on something, you and your partner, you're not gonna be able to start the process of transformation, because this is gonna lead probably towards one of the biggest thing you have both done in your life. It may not seem so like now, but it will seem so later on, because it's going to change your life for the better in so many different ways. But first of all, you need to agree on something, and as soon as you agree on this, and you are going to, it is going to start the process of transformation. This is a very, very important indeed. And if you're also like thinking about like investing financially into something, I wouldn't invest financially into something like when it comes to May. June it's going to be fine, but May I would not financially invest into something, because I don't think, it's not necessarily it's not going to be a good idea, but I'm just saying that the energies are not going to be as good as they could be. The energies for investing are going to be much better in June, where you are going to have so much luck, especially in terms of investments, and especially when it comes to the couples as well. And for those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Leonie, this is going to be very interesting at around the 15th of May. I don't know why you're going to be worrying something about money and finances. Nothing huge. I'm not saying that you're going to be broke, or your situation is going to be terrible or something like that, but you are going to be thinking about money in a negative way. Maybe I can say it like that, at around the 15th of May for some reason. Nothing major, nothing bad, but you're just not going to be happy with a specific maybe financial situation, you know, or particular thing that you bought or something like that along those lines, nothing major. And at that moment in time, you're going to be thinking about money, and this is where things are going to be so weird at around the 15th of May. And at that moment in time, you are just completely out of the blue, something is actually going to happen, and some kind of completely unexpected situation is going to happen. And this unexpected situation that is going to happen, it's going to make you aware of the fact that, you know what, now I'm ready, I'm really ready to go out there and actually find someone. You are going to feel such a strong urge in order to find someone. You're going to start becoming very, very passionate after this moment in time, and I like it, because that passion is about to invite somebody very, very beautiful, very gorgeous and very amazing into your life. But it's not going to happen like that. There is going to be an idea. You're going to have a clear idea. What do you need to do, or where do you need to go? And let me tell you, that clear idea is bringing you somebody mind-blowing into your life. And even if that person doesn't really come into your life in May, that person is going to come into your life in June. But what that idea is to do about, that idea is your sign, that idea is your indication how and where you are going to actually meet this person. But I'm telling you that someone very, very special, it's about to enter your life, enter your spiritual journey. But you just have to be as open-minded as you possibly can, especially when it comes to that idea. Now it's time, my gorgeous Leonie, for you to come out of yourself. Now it's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. I'm not saying that you've been in your comfort zone, but I'm just saying that you've been worrying about a few different things that took the better of you for a while. So now all this is about to poof, disappear, and the new life is coming. The new stage is about to take over, and that new stage is also bringing you this mind-blowing person into your life indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Leonie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.